Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Have a look at this. It is what you anticipate here these days in London North 7. An undulating red and white wave, an Arsenal wave, which envelops the team. So things are underway.
We all know what Xavi's game is about, Peter, but that doesn't help when it comes to trying to stop him.
Extraordinary, really, because he's never had to rely on pace or on strength.
No, his game is all about finding and exploiting space and knowing the landscape around him, and he's just brilliant at creating goals and scoring them.
Yeah, he just seems to have all the time in the world on the ball. Decent chance! Superb goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And here's Saviola, Mbappe. Skillfully cut out, he is so at ease on the ball. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Now it's Puskas. That looks a good ball through. He's in one-on-one. Mbappe! And that's a sharp finish. And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing. Looking at a different game now.
Well, they just couldn't...
Could be danger here. Eto'o. That looks a foul. Yeah, referee's given it.
Disappointing. Very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range.
I think there's actually a quiet confidence in pulling this off.
Goes for a shot! Goal! Barcelona! And they're back in front.
The goal scorer for Barcelona after 15 minutes.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Number 9, Eto'o.
Now it's Mbappe. And there's the shot! Kylian Mbappe! You just cannot stop him! A finish of true class! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in...
Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Barcelona! And again they hit the front. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs. And when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
The defender is not giving up on this. And here's Mbappe. Well, now it's a race for the ball. And we have our very first corner. Well, there's a probing ball. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Eto'o. Lovely, now that charge, surely! And that is wildly off target.
Well, that was highly impressive. He went through them like a knife through butter, so that's raised an alarm or two.
Not the most convincing of passes. Pleasingly open affair so far. Goals wherever you look. Nicely weighted ball. Can he finish?
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Cafu. Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging one.
It's... Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. And he is going into that little black book.
He does seem to be in considerable discomfort. I do hope it's nothing serious. Saviola is behind this one. An opportunity then to pull clear here. And he's there to retrieve it. Puskás.
Eto'o.
Hazard. De Bruyne. Hazard. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. De Bruyne. Rijkaard. Passing is crisp and sharp. Looking for the run.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Pass somewhat off target. Xavi going face-to-face with his great rival. Well, that pass isn't the best. Balde providing an outlet on that flank. Oh, what a mistake! De Bruyne. Conte. It's a pretty loose pass. Mbappe. And he should have made them pay.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
And now they can spring out of defence.
3 minutes at a time.
Now that's well seen too. Oh no, what has happened here? Shot at goal! And a neat finish! And look at his joy! Is this not why we love the game? Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Mbappe really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
Arsenal dragged themselves back again.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Lovely ball and a real chance now.
And a chance! Goal! Barcelona! And they get themselves in front!
He hit that like he meant it. Absolutely speared it in.
Oh, that's a brilliant finish, Peter. Such a satisfying one from his perspective, knowing he hit it so beautifully.
And that is all they have time for. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it's been played at such a frenetic pace. I'm amazed it's only been 45 minutes. I'm wondering whether these players are going to be able to maintain that energy.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. And we are back underway.
Arsenal can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Now it's Saviola. Great vision. And he's intervened well there.
Hazard can so cleverly bypass the press. That's a cute ball. Van Dijk gets it away. Now it's Puskas. Akanji gets a foot in here. Now it's Saviola. Not the most accurate pass. Played into space. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Hakimi. Conte. Ball played for Rijkaard. And it's De Bruyne. Barcelona appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Nicely worked. Bayer attempts a clearance. Still they trail, and time is ticking away. And it's Xavi. And this is Eto'o. Eto'o! And he has kept it out somehow.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Almost an hour gone. Hazard. That's Rijkaard. Now it's Puskas. And Puskas! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Puskas actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
It's their second corner of the game. Cleared away. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Good ball. Real chance! It's a goal! They've done it again! It is incredible!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening.
He's got 4. That is remarkable. It is compelling, this. Utterly compelling.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal.
Mbappe! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Corner number 3 coming up.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Conte. Now it's Puskas. And they've got rid. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. You can run onto that. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Mbappe. And that is well cleared. Oh, he's done very well to take that back.
Barcelona really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
And he's well positioned here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's Xavi.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Xavi. He's a sharp little... And the finish! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Goal! Barcelona! And they've got their lead back. Eto'o duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Number 9.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete. It's Saviola! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And it's Xavi. Balde. Xavi. Great chance! Marquinhos can clear it away.
Barcelona really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Zanetti. Azar. For Conte. Now this could be a chance. Azar. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Oh, well played, well played. Xavi. Pass just lacking in accuracy. Oh, nicely intercepted. Can he get it through? And that could set him on his way. And that was very necessary. There you have it. The referee says that time is up. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven. And whilst you might argue to the contrary, perhaps a fair result on the balance of things.
Hello attendees.
How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, it's got to be said, Peter, it's a day to forget for the players at the heart of a defence who were just getting beaten way too easily on so many occasions. But I think the manager too.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Against Arsenal.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. There's the whistle. Manchester United have gone 4-3-3. Jim, how do you interpret that?
Yes, and the importance of this formation is not to allow the midfield three and the attacking three to become too detached from one another. If that happens, then pressure can quickly be applied via the counter-attack, and you can be exposed defensively. So,
real chance! And he was there to get a vital touch.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Manchester United with the corner, they're first. Roberto Carlos goes short. Now it's Roberto Carlos. He's gone for goal! And now a sudden chance to counter. Threads one in. Now it's Doué. Doué was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Bale providing an outlet on that flank. Lovely bit of skill. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And here's Mbappe. Now, that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. Yellow or red? It is red. I do think he's feeling the effects of that tackle. Arsenal already a man down in these early stages. That has left the boss thinking about what harm it has done to their chances.
It looked avoidable and unnecessary, but it makes you think that he was trying to intimidate. It's rare for me to look at a fullback as a potential match winner, Peter, but with Roberto Carlos, I can make an exception.
He's not a defender at all, is he? He's a winger more than that.
Exactly, the Brazilian Express, up and down the line all the time, and a taker of
Chance! That is delicious! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy!
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Manchester United are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Marquinhos. McAllister. Adams. Here's Velmo and the shot! And he couldn't finish.
Zanetti really should be making an apology. That longer range pass gave him a golden chance then.
Zanetti. Ball played for Conte, looking to pass their way up the pitch. No, he's not going to get any further than that.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Hakimi got a long way forward to join the attack. Now that's well seen too. Zanetti. No way through. Looking for options for movement. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace. Niceties are not part of this approach. This is actually quite aggressive.
McAllister. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. He is through here. Hakimi. That's really well manoeuvred. Now it's Van Basten. And he's had it nicked away. Now it's Bale. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Kante does well to get it back.
This is the time you need that pace.
And he's being shifted off it. Oh, delightful ball. And this is Bale. That'll be a throw-in.
Well, it was a really good thing he was on standby.
He's picked his way through. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Puskás bumps him off it and wins back the ball.
Puskás really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again...
And Puskás! Goal!
They are right back in business.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Goal scorer for Arsenal.
Pressure? What pressure? He feels none of it.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Rijkaard. De Bruyne plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone.
Zanetti. Rijkaard.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
He's onside, thinks about the shot, and he's heaved it away. Oh, it's a great ball here.
Takes a shot!
Now, who's going to be first to this? Stojkovic's delivery. That's the end of the first 45. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time.
And now
Reflections
I'd
on the
just like
first
to read
half?
out our third
Arsenal
club
can
members
take
who are
heart
celebrating
from the
their
fact that
birthdays today.
they're more than holding their own despite being a man down. That's credit to their level of organisation and spirit. Now that they've got a chance to have a breather and settle down, it'll be interesting to see what approach they'll take after the break.
So 45 minutes of uncompromising football, and at the break, it's one each. So it's back to business. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Stojkovic. Passing is crisp and sharp. Manchester United ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. And it's Stojkovic.
You can never be short of runners into space.
Bale! Gareth glittering Bale!
Oh, that was magnificent. What a way to stamp your ability on a game. Not necessarily pivotal, but it has most definitely shifted momentum.
Gorgeous, just gorgeous.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Oh, it's taken out. That'll be a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Marquinhos. Adams. Bale. Tonali. And it's Roberto Carlos. Oh, well played. De Bruyne. Oh, it's Van Basten. It's a searching pass. Arsenal really looking to get back into this at the start of the second half. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Knocks it into space. Now there's a... In he goes again! Blocks! That's really good defending. Van Basten was only too happy to help out in defence.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
It's Van Basten! And no mistake. Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Quite a game this, all square again.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Picked out brilliantly. Arsenal needed that, they really needed it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
McAllister gets it clear. Oh, good effort! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Roberto Carlos gets over and intercepts. Tonali. And it's Stojkovic. And here's Mbappe. Can he get it through? Zanetti picks it up now. It is a corner.
Substitution for Manchester United.
It's their second
Number
corner of the
7,
game.
Bale.
Roberto Carlos with the short one. And this is Ronaldinho.
Number 14,
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
coming on the field, number 21.
Oh, that's a very decent ball now.
11,
He's in a great position here.
number
It's loose
18,
and there's a race for the ball.
Batistuta.
And he's taking no chances there. Tonali. McAllister. He won't be happy with that one.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
And this is Roberto Carlos.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's De Bruyne. Marquinhos cuts out the pass. Oh, he's found support out wide. Stojkovic. Oh, nice touch. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Stojkovic. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And this is Ronaldinho.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And this is Roberto Carlos.
Shot, surely! Oh, that could be pivotal! A game of margins, a game of thrills. This might just do it.
You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Manchester United look like they've won it, but it's not over yet.
Added minutes
Well, these
have
last
been
few
indicated.
moments are going to be pretty frantic, I would think, as the opposition try tooth and nail to get back into this. We're never done till it's completely done.
Neymar. There will be 4 extra minutes. Tonali. Can he get on the end of this? He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, such a clever touch. The end time is up. Arsenal perhaps feeling a little aggrieved with this final score. They clearly feel that their efforts warranted something more. Well, how will we look back on that? Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, this place really is impressive. High-tech, modern, and right up there amongst the very best of Brazil's stadia. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. How are you reading this formation, Jim Beglin?
Well, this setup, Peter, can be very defensive if that midfield is in place purely to form a protective layer in front of the back four. But it can also be the launch pad to very quick counter-attacks. If you can offer pace and accuracy on the front foot, it can have a devastating effect, actually, at the offensive end of the pitch, too.
Goes for a shot! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Arsenal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Kong and Hanoi have the chance to go the other way. Serginho plays it in low. It is a corner, good chance. They've played it short, and it's Hakimi. Hoisted in, and it's kept out by a stubborn defence. Bayer totally focused today, as always, as he has been throughout the 499 appearances he's made up until this one.
Well, what an amazing career he's had, Peter, and I'm sure this won't be the last significant landmark he'll surpass. I think when it comes to consistency, this guy has set the levels.
Lukumi has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident. Marquinhos. And here's Hazard. Hazard unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And this is Shevchenko. Shevchenko was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And this is Shevchenko. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Now it's Van Basten. Chouameni does really well to win the ball there. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Puskás proves just a little bit too strong. And this is Van Basten. Hakimi. Conte. And he has been fouled there. Chouameni gets over and intercepts. Played into space. It's a goal kick. Kong and Hanoi are very well equipped down the flanks. It is a tried and tested formula.
Well, Peter, that can cause real problems if they're allowed to run riot in those positions, whether through direct running or from deliveries towards the box. It can work.
Gibbs-White driving forward. That's a... Can he finish? And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Serginho is offering a wry smile there.
Corner number 2 then. Yamal goes short. Now it's Yamal. And now they can spring out of defence. Yamal. Now it's Puskás. And it's De Bruyne. Zanetti. Here's Cannavaro. And the keeper's got it again. And it's Hakimi. And there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Hakimi.
Shot, surely!
Serginho is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Serginho. Oh, lovely bit of skill. And he's managed to get free. Zanetti wins the duel this time. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Cannavaro getting this one clear. Oh, some tackle that.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Oh, he's found support out wide. Kante venturing down the left. That's very neat. Now it's Hazard. And this is De Bruyne. Gravenberg. That's it, 45 minutes up. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So neither side has found a way through yet.
Well, this will have given them a chance to look for any potential holes and weaknesses in the opposition, something that will bear fruit once the teams come out again, I'm sure, Peter.
So at the halfway stage, we still have deadlock, the score 0-0. Down to business again.
Arsenal have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
And that's been won straight back. Now it's Puskas. Gravenberg. Chouameni. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, well measured. Oh, just skips past his man. Now it's Yamal. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Can he get on the end of this? It's a... Can he finish? It's there!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Arsenal really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
Substituição em campo. Camisa 26.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. Kong and Hanoi have penetrated for the first time. And talk of... He's having a hit! And the goalkeeper watches it past.
Yeah, it seemed the right range, and I guess it was worth a try.
And it's De Bruyne. Van Dijk. Arsenal still chasing a one-goal deficit here. Hakimi. Olise. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Chouameni. Baresi, a man never lacking in drive or determination. Spread neatly. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Olise going face-to-face with his great rival. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Arsenal are very much in the game and matching the opposition for chances.
And it's Hakimi. And he skips past his man. Olise. Olise showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Hakimi. Chouameni. Driving on and making good progress. Oh, played through for the wide man. Oh, that's fabulous. Azar. And it's De Bruyne. Serginho. Chouameni. And Grimaldo. Serginho providing an outlet on that flank. Oh no, what has happened here? Played out wide. Looking to play him in. Now the delivery. Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. And the pass is intercepted. Serginho will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Into the last quarter of an hour. Stood up well to him there.
Conan.
Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. No hesitation, he's straight into his pocket. It's a second yellow card and he walks. The player's protesting furiously, but there's little or no sympathy from the ref. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. And it's Hakimi. And that is going out for a goal kick. A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Threads one in. Serginho. Out towards the flank. Arsenal are running out of time and out of options.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
That's a good foray he's making. Chouameni gives it back. Well, that is one way to stop him. Little doubt, that is a foul. Oh, no messing about, it is red. Well, this is worrying. He is not the sort of player who tends to stay down. Well, they are now a 9-man team. Gravenberg. And it's Hakimi. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Gibbs White. Oh, nice touch. And that has left him in a heap. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Knocks it out wide. Olise!
Fantastic from Olise! That is a gem! An absolute gem! 2 up now, and they are cruising.
And wow, he has given that a right old hit.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
So is that the decisive goal? Not much in the way of time remaining.
Well, that's a really bitter blow.